Hey, Shalom. If you made it to this page on this side of TikTok, pull up a chair. Let's talk about it. Topic of the day is the Jews of today the real Jews? Again, the topic of today is the real Jews today are the real Jews? They say they are. History and scripture says otherwise. Let's get into some facts. Let's get into some history. Let's see what history had to say about this topic, and let's see who are the real Jews. I'm going to probably put that in part 2. Trigger warning for anybody that does not want to get their religion rattled or their belief rattled by fact. Just a trigger warning. You've been warned. So then again, you're probably asking yourself, who is these so-called Jews and where did they come from? Let's find out. This is a book called Who Was Esau, Who Was Edom? Life and History of Esau. Esau was the firstborn of Isaac, and this was here to his birthright derived from the direct lineage of Adam to Noah to Abraham. This Esau was racially an Adamite, a Semite, and a Hebrew, the racial stock of the white race. In the Bible or the Torah or the Tanakh, however you want to say it, it's not going to say white man, or it's not going to say so-called Mexican man or German man. Is going to use their biblical names, their ancient names. The racial stock of the white race, according to the Bible and history, is Edom, or in Hebrew is Adawam, which means wasted away. And it's not about the color of their skin. It's not about how we personally feel. It's just the fact of the truth. It's more so about a bloodline. That's why when you read the scriptures, it give a bloodline and lineage before anything. This is a book called The Chosen People from the Caucasus. We done the work for you, so all you have to do is sit back, listen, and learn. We highlighted some pages out this book. Let's get into it. If I'm talking like my nose stuff, that my son got me sick. It is not clear at all what sort of religion the Khazars originally possessed. It was probably some form of shamanism, but it is very clear that the Khazar leaders fully appreciated the new situation. They knew well enough that their tribe's people might succumb to the more culture. Pay attention, it's all going to make sense. Page 179. And they were strange Jews. They spoke a strange language called Yiddish, which some words were obviously a very primitive form of some Germanic tongue, but nothing like any spoken German in the West. Dropping down to the highlight. The strange Jew wore a skull cap they called a yarmulke. They wore side locks of their hair called town shelts. They really wore that to try to mimic braids. That's what they did to try to mimic braids on black folks. Just like how Pop Smoke wore his hair, this was their replica version of that. The origin of Eastern European Jewry, or Ashkenazim, was debated for a long time. It was something of a mystery, even for Jewish historians, because these Ashkenazim could not be attributed to any Jewish migration of the diaspora. They were not remnants. Long story short, the actual Khazar conversion to Judaism occurred about the year 740 AD. This is a book called The Nazis by Robert Edwin Herstein. I probably butchered his name, my bad. The genetic heritage of Jews purportedly traced to the Oriental Negro near Asia and Hamitic people. Even history itself, they know who they are, and they told you that even the real Jews were dark-colored people, Negroes. And Negroes are in fact not African. We actually fled into Africa in 65 AD, fleeing from Roman persecution in Jerusalem. So stop thinking just because our skin is dark, we are the same people. I don't know how well this video go. Might add that in part 2. Well, clap it up. This part 1. Let's see about part 2.